In the year 2000, the world of Kira was forever changed. A cataclysmic event shattered the foundation of civilization. The meteor of Heilin struck the vast ocean, unleashing a devastation beyond imagination. The impact split the four great continents, Azra, Hela, Gamma, and Beta, apart, sending tsunamis that swallowed half of humanity. Yet this disaster was not just one of destruction. The meteor carried with it something far more profound: magic and a system akin to that of a game. Technology, once the backbone of human advancement, was rendered useless. The world was thrust into an age reminiscent of the Middle Ages. But amidst the chaos, a new phenomenon emerged. At the age of 16, every person awakened a unique magical talent, a gift left behind by the meteor. However, magic did not come without its price. From the heart of the meteor's crater, a portal was born, one that led not to salvation, but to annihilation. Through it, monstrous creatures of unfathomable power emerged, descending upon the remaining survivors. In mere years, another half of humanity was wiped out, leaving only those strong or lucky enough to retreat behind hastily built walls. Humanity teetered on the brink of extinction, until three men changed everything. As civilization struggled to rebuild, a man of legend rose to power: Eden Constantine. His talent was nothing short of miraculous, the ability to construct anything he desired, so long as he had the materials. With this gift, he began forging the first true sanctuary of mankind. But he was not alone. Two others stood beside him: Abel Hold, a man who possessed an infinite subspace inventory, capable of carrying materials beyond normal means, and Bill Maher, who wielded the power to enlarge inanimate objects, turning even the smallest bricks into towering walls. Together, they built Titan, a mighty citadel that became the last stronghold of humanity. Over time, it expanded, its walls stretching outward, its people growing in number. As Titan flourished, Eden was crowned king, and his two allies became rulers, forming the foundation of what would become the kingdom of Constantine. But power is never without hierarchy. The kingdom developed three distinct layers: Pater, the outer wall ring, home to commoners and adventurers. These were the people who braved the wilds outside the walls, hunting monsters, harvesting resources, and surviving by their own strength. Nabius, the middle wall ring, reserved for nobility. Here, wealth and influence dictated power, and those of noble birth held dominion over commerce, governance, and law. Titan, the inner citadel where only royalty and high nobility resided. The city's rulers, descended from Eden and his council, controlled the fate of the entire kingdom. For generations, the nobles demanded tribute from the common folk, a portion of their harvest, their treasures, and even their skills. At first, this was a small price for protection, but as the nobility grew more powerful and paranoid, so did their control. To regulate the people, the ruling class established the Adventurers Guild, Merchant Guild, and other organizations, ensuring that all were accounted for. Without a registration card, no one could buy, sell, or even interact with the kingdom's systems. Those who failed to comply were either banished to the wilds, where death was certain, or branded with an unbreakable slavery mark binding them to servitude. 200 years passed, and the kingdom of Constantine had become the strongest human empire on Kira. Yet the world beyond the walls remained a mystery, until an opportunity arose. The portal at the meteor's crater was not just a gate for monsters. It led to another realm, a land known as Ares. Ares was a world of untold riches, teeming with magical artifacts, rare minerals, and creatures beyond imagination. But it was not empty. Ares was home to diverse races: elves, dwarves, beastfolk, orcs, demons, and more. Unlike humans, the people of Ares did not awaken talents at 16. Instead, they had to train tirelessly to develop their magical abilities, and even then, they only gained skills, not talents. This difference made the people of Kira inherently superior. At first, humans and Ares inhabitants coexisted peacefully, trading knowledge and goods. But greed soon took hold. The people of Kira, with their natural talents, began exploiting Ares inhabitants, capturing them as slaves, using their craftsmanship, and seizing their lands. Amidst this age of conquest, one woman stood out: Eva Gerlinda, an adventurer who shattered the established order. Unlike the nobles of Kira, Eva was not born into power, she earned it. Through her expeditions in Ares, she returned with legendary artifacts and unimaginable wealth. elevating her house to noble status by merit alone. She became the first person in history to rise to nobility through adventure, not birthright. Her success inspired countless others to seek power within Ares, exploring its lands, seizing its treasures, and delving into its greatest mystery: the Tower of Ascension. In the center of Ares stood a colossal tower, reaching beyond the clouds. No one knew what lay at its peak. No one had ever reached its summit. The inhabitants of Ares had a non-aggression pact within the tower's vicinity, an unspoken rule upheld by all races. Despite their differences, they respected the tower's mysteries. But the humans of Kira? They saw a challenge. Adventurers poured into the Tower of Ascension, seeking its secrets, its treasures, and its ultimate power. Thus began a new era, an age of exploration, conquest, and ambition. The balance of power between Kira and Ares stood on a knife's edge, and heroes would rise, carving their names into history's greatest legend. Would they be saviors or tyrants? The era of sword and magic had only just begun.